Hello everyone, myself Mohammad Rameez and I welcome you all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. Today in this session, we are going to learn the part 3 of chapter number 5, Poverty. Students, in the previous session, we have studied about that there are two types of poverty, absolute poverty, relative poverty. We have discussed in detail about the different standards of poverty line given by the Indian experts in different time, and we have also seen about the standard given at international level to compare the poverty line. Today in this session we are going to learn the ahead part of it. See, here the topic is state-wise magnitude of poverty in India. According to Planning Commission in the year 2011 and 12, state-wise magnitude of poverty is as follow. You can see the table over here. In the first column it is given percentage of population below poverty line. So below 10%, which are the states in which poverty is less? Here the name of the states are given: Goa, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh. These are the states where the population is less, coming in the poverty line. Now, same way, 10 to 20%, which are the states where the persons are living below poverty line: Jammu Kashmir, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tripura, Nagaland, Meghalaya. Then 20 to 30%. Here you can see the name of the states: West Bengal, Mizoram, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh. And 30 to 40%. It shows that here majority of the population of the states, these are the states where majority of the population are living below poverty line. So which are the states where there is more poverty? Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Odisha, Bihar, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. So students, in this paragraph, the analysis of the above table is given. According to the above information, state less than 10% poverty are Goa, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Punjab and Andhra Pradesh. These are the states where the poverty is less. The next thing, whereas in Jammu Kashmir, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tripura, the poverty shows between 10 to 20%. And in the state Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Arunachal Pradesh have measured the highest poverty. How much the percentage is? 30 to 40%. According to the annual report given in the year 2013, among the various states of India, among the different states of India, Goa has the lowest poverty, that is 5.09%. This you have to remember for the MCQ and one line, that which state is having the lowest poverty and how much the percentage is. You have to remember this: Goa is having the least poverty and the percentage is 5.09, and the highest measurement of poverty is for Chhattisgarh, and the poverty is around 39.93%. You have to remember this data for the MCQ and one line questions. Now, as we know that poverty is divided into two types. One is absolute poverty that we have discussed. Now our new topic is relative poverty. In the concept of absolute poverty, the minimum consumption expenditure required for satisfying the minimum needs is taken into consideration. We know that in the absolute poverty concept, the minimum consumption expenditure required for the human being for satisfying the minimum need was considered to measure the poverty. Okay. But in the concept of relative poverty, income inequality, what income inequality existing in different group of people living in society is considered. Look, I will explain you here in the table. See, here the income group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5 is given. Here it shows that group 1 is more poor compared to the group 2. Group 2 is more poor compared to the group 3. Group 3 is more poor compared to the group 4. Okay, and all these groups 1, 2, 3, 4 are poor compared to the group 5. So here in this relative poverty concept, the income of the people are compared. Okay, now let's see again. But in the concept of relative poverty, income inequality existing in different group of people living in society is considered. Commonly in every country, in every economy, income disparity, unequal distribution of income is seen. In that case, lower income class is considered relatively poor than the higher income class. Here it is said that commonly in every country you can see that there is a income disparity, unequal distribution of income, where lower income group are considered poor compared to the higher income group. To study the relative poverty, society is divided into different income group and unequal distribution of income is studied. So as you can see over here in this example, that to study the relative poverty, the society, the country is divided into what? It's divided into different groups and unequal distribution of income concept is studied. Relative poverty exhibits the level of income inequality among the different class of people. Relative poverty shows the level of income inequality among the different class of people. It is argued in context of India that as a rapid developing economy, Indian economy is what? Rapid developing country. Instead of studying the concept of poverty and poverty line, relative poverty or unequal distribution of income should be considered. Please pay attention over here. As we have seen that India is a country in which the poverty is measured by the concept of absolute poverty. Okay, we have seen the different standards given by the Indian experts. Okay, but here in this paragraph it is said that India is one of the rapid developing countries. So of instead of measuring the poverty in India by absolute poverty concept, India should accept the relative poverty concept to measure the poverty. The concept of relative poverty can be studied with the help of hypothetical example. For example, a nation population is divided on the basis of 5 income groups. So here the example is given which we have already discussed. See, here the group 1 is there and the income of this group is around 0 to 30,000 rupees. So this group is poor compared to the group 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way, group 1 and group 2 who are earning till 1 lakh rupees are poor compared to the group 3, 4 and 5. Same way, the group 1, 2, 3 who are earning till 3 lakh are poor compared to the group 4 and 5, and the richest group is group 5 who are earning more than 10 lakh and above, and all the above 4 groups are poor. So in relative poverty concept, the group of income of people is compared. This paragraph is the analysis of the above table. In the above example, in the class in group 2 has more income than class income of people in group 1. So it can be said that people in the group 1 are relatively poorer than group 2. But the people of group 2 has lower income than income of people in group 3, 4 and 5. Hence, people of group 2 are relatively poorer than the group 3, 4 and 5. So we have already discussed this thing. Now, the last point of this topic, to measure the relative poverty, to measure the what? Relative poverty or income inequality, generally formation of income group, Lorentz curve and Gini coefficient are useful. You have to note this down because this is the important thing which comes for 1 mark in MCQ and 1 line. So you have to remember this, that to measure the relative poverty or income inequality, the formation of income group, Lorentz curve and Gini coefficient are useful. So students, our new topic is indicators of poverty. This question comes for 5 marks in the board examination. The level of poverty and their components are called its indicators. In our country, various factors showing poverty are known as indicators. Like for example, per capita household consumption expenditure, then housing facility, medical facility, life expectancy. These are the different indicators of poverty by which we can compare that how much poverty is there in India. So let's see once again. The level of poverty and their component are called its indicator. In our country, various factors showing poverty are known as its indicator. Indicators are useful to know what? To know the poverty and levels of poverty. With this, we can know the nature and measurement of poverty. The indicators of poverty are as follow. The first indicator, that is per capita household consumption expenditure. Here it shows how much an individual family is spending for fulfilling the basic needs of their life. How much a family do spend for the sustenance of their living. एक फैमिली कितना खर्चा करती है अपने घर चलाने के लिए. So let's start. Per capita household expenditure is the amount of income a family spends on an average on consumption of goods and service. So per capita household expenditure is the what? Is the amount of income which a family is spending to fulfill the consumption of goods and service. It is calculated at the market price. It is calculated which price? Market price of durable goods. The goods which we use for a long time, that is considered as durable goods. So again, see, it is calculated at market price by counting the income span on durable goods such as on car, washing machine, computers and so on. Now this is important, pay attention. The nation's total spending, how much the total amount of income the people are spending on such good is divided by the total population to calculate this. To calculate the per capita household consumption expenditure, the total spending of the people of a country is divided by the total population. Then we get the per capita household consumption expenditure. The per capita consumption expenditure for developing countries is much lower than that of developed countries. So here it shows that the per capita consumption expenditure done by the families of a developing countries to fulfill their basic needs of life and sustenance of life is less compared to that of developed country. Developed countries are spending more for the sustenance of life and fulfilling their needs. And in this sense you can say that developing countries are poor. Now the following table shows the per capita consumption expenditure of many countries that we will see. By analyzing this table, we will get an idea. Look, this table shows about per capita consumption expenditure. The source of this table is given from where we get this information. In the first column it is about countries, and in the second column fixed price of 2005 year in US dollar, year 2014 data it is. Now here the name of the countries are there: US, UK, Japan, Pakistan, China, India, and here in this column you can see the per capita consumption expenditure of different countries. Yeah, now we will analyze the table according to the above information on the base of base year price of the year 2005. In the year 2014, the data is the per capita consumption of household expenditure was $725 in India. In India, how much? $725, and $31,469 in US. In US, $31,469, and in UK it is 25,828, in Japan 22,149, and in Pakistan it is 603. So here it shows that US, UK, Japan, their per capita consumption expenditure of household is much higher compared to of what? Compared to of India and Pakistan. So here it proves that the per capita consumption household expenditure is very less in India as compared to of US and UK. Students, here are the textual questions that you have to note down in your notebook. This is one line question. The first question, what is poverty line? And second, explain the concept of relative poverty. These are the questions for 2 marks. Answer in brief. First question, explain the income concept of poverty. Second, explain the modern approach of poverty. This can also come as a question that explain the non-income concept of poverty. Third question, explain the limitations of poverty line. And fourth, what is the measure of absolute poverty in India?